Welcome back to my video study guide I'm going through chapter 8 of the 308 mathematics class from Houston Community College, and I'm preparing my study through video study material before my review. So basically I'm lecturing myself and recording it, and you're more than welcome to study along with me. We can pass the test. Okay, so now that we had looked at congruent triangles and similar triangles, we're going to want to go on to find out, the proportions of each and how they can be related to find, like if I was given the measurements of this triangle, the sides, how I can go on to find the sides of this triangle. If they are established as similar triangles, that means these vertices here are going to be considered as congruent, and then therefore we can go on to say that the sides are proportional. So if we're given a side here, say that, they're similar, meaning they're not congruent, because congruent triangles are two triangles of the same size. So they've got the same size and same measure. But similar, excuse me, it's the chop. Similar are going to have the same, of course, you're going to have the same angle measurement because these angles here are congruent, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they have to be the exact same size. We can have a length here and create this here. And basically, these two triangles are similar just because of their vertices here, vertices here, and vertices here, vertices here, vertices here, being established as congruent angles and sides. So now that we know that tidbit of information, let me just read this here. We can go on to say, if we want to figure out the sides now, if we're told that these two are similar, we can go on to say that this is 8 and 10, and if we didn't know that's 1, but we were given that 1, we can go on to establish that finding 4x here, we can find what it is without measuring it by looking at two triangles. And usually cross sections are formed either by, sometimes we can't get out there and measure. Sometimes we just have to rely on some of the measurements that were given. So basically, we can go on to say that, and it doesn't matter which way you want to put it. So if I want to say, 8 over x is equal over 10 over 5. That is a proportion that we can recognize to go in and solve for x. Now also, if you want to just be consistent with how you use each triangle's measurements first. So if I stick with this one on top, then I want to use this one on top as well for the next equal proportion. So that is how we find, the proportions for triangles based on, for similar triangles. I keep saying triangles, but as long as they're similar, then we can go on to find proportional sides. So basically, when they're proportional, meaning that their vertices are congruent, we just blew it up. They just have the same angle measurements and sides. We blow it up. We want to, keep it to scale. Like if we want to do like 25% upgrade or 3-foot upgrade, sometimes we don't know, like if I know I need to, make this bigger, I don't know what size I need it then. To do that, we can do that by writing out a proportion and solving for x.